Good afternoon, everybody. If you see me looking over there now and again, it's because a car's just pulled up directly in front of us and a man and woman are staring right at me making this video. But I don't really give a shit because you got to do these vids for the tubes. So let's get into it. I haven't done one of these in a while because I've had a lot of things going on that I've needed to sort out, work and business-wise, family-wise, but obviously it's been a long time and YouTube is well and truly back on track today. I'll tell you what else is back on track. Rice cakes, which I haven't had in a long time. Barbecue flavour. Got my gym partner with me. She doesn't want to be in the video, but if we do a flashback now, you'll be able to see who I'm talking about. Right, hopefully you saw the flashback. I'm going to do a leg day today. So the actual vlog itself hopefully will be pretty good, but it's going to be quite random. So maybe the title of this vlog can be Random Day Vlog. I don't know. We shall see. You will see now if you're watching this video. So we're going to do legs, some compound lifts in there, isolation exercises, bit of a mix. Probably the average amount of reps today will be around 12, so quite high volume, although my lifts have gone up lately because I've also been doing some strength training. So at the minute my training split is legs, pull, push, 3 times at the start of the week, heavy, and then the other 3 times in the week. Then I'll do more high reps, lighter weight, and have 1 rest day in between. So I'm working about 6 days a week. Anyway, also standard kind of monster. Last night I went out, so that's why I need this. Give me some energy. Anyway, enjoy today's video. Right, so first exercise was the leg extension. Now, I did a warm-up first, and then after that I did 2 more sets of 12. And the reason why I was doing this exercise first is because as you're a bit more advanced into your training, and this isn't my reason, but it's a reason to do this. If you have an injury, then you can do something called pre-exhaustion, which is what I'm doing now, to basically exhaust the muscle before a big compound exercise. So for example, the exercise I did after this was barbell squats, but I want my muscles to fatigue before neurological side effects come in, because a lot of the times your joints, or for example now as you can see when I'm doing the squats, your lower back might fatigue before the actual muscle you're trying to work does. So that is a great way to advance in your training by doing that technique, which is pre-exhaustion. You don't just have to do it with legs, you can do it with things like, chest. You could do a set of flies before bench press, you could do lat raises before shoulder press for shoulders. So on the squats there, I think I did about 80 kilos roughly, and I did about 4 sets of 10. Then, now as you can see, went on to the hack squats because this leg workout was primarily quad focused. So, as you can see as well, check out those bad boy Adidas shoes, man. Basically, I personally, especially when I'm doing a lot of heavy lifting for legs, prefer to wear fat-based shoes because it helps to spread the distribution through the joints more evenly. I feel that I can get a better range of motion when doing the exercises whilst wearing those type of shoes. Here we did about 4 sets of 12 to 14 reps. Something else that I have to point out now before I forever hold my peace is that if you go back to the clip of me doing squats, I was actually squatting 90k for 10. Not 80, 90. The big weights. We're gonna go a different direction this time. one other thing about doing the hack squat is, especially if you're trying to target your quads, you don't really have to go too deep on the exercise. You know, your hips and your glutes shouldn't really be lifting off the pads too much. So, you know, 90 degrees, maybe a little bit lower, that's fine. And also, you know, this particular leg workout is for hypertrophy. So if you're looking to build strength, you know, this isn't maybe an ideal workout, but certainly is if you're looking to build muscle. Oh yeah. Yeah, so this was the last exercise for the legs now. Walking lunges, very good functional exercise. I have started including a lot more functional exercises in my workouts lately, especially as you get a little bit older. You know, good for the joints, good for health, and you know, this exercise works the glutes, works the hamstrings, works the core as well. Believe it or not, you're also using one leg at a time, using the whole function of the body, and it was just something different. And I did this basically until my legs were exhausted, about 6 rounds back and forth. Then you can normally do calves with your legs straight, like this. But if you're a bit more advanced, like I do, if you turn your feet inwards, that will work the outside more. And if you turn your feet outwards, that will work the inside of the calves better. You'll have more definition as you're more advanced into your training. Sometimes if you're getting tired, you can actually let your legs stretch a bit like this. If you let them stretch, that really gets the blood pumping into the muscle. Welcome to La Cocina, which is the kitchen in Spanish. Now, that being said, today isn't just a random day, it is Pancake Day, which, if you don't know, is probably the second most important day after my birthday. So, let's get straight into it. Protein pancakes. We're not really gonna do true protein pancakes today because I haven't got any protein powder. So, for this, we got some Greek yogurt. We've also got some plain flour, but there's not that much, so I might have to use some of the self-raising flour as well. We've got bicarbonate of soda. We've also got some eggs, crucial when making pancakes. Honey, syrup. I prefer my pancakes with honey, but we're going to experiment today. Also, we haven't just got one spoon on hand, we've got 2. And we've also got a mini spoon as well, because there's nothing worse than if you're getting into your Greek yogurt with 1 spoon, for example, and then you have to put it in the flour, so prepare well. I've got the mixer, And also we're going to use maybe a little bit of milk depending on the consistency, and some butter for the pan. So let's get going. First going in, plain flour. Now I'm not going to go into detail of, you need 500 grams of plain flour and the actual measurements, because the honest answer is I don't know. I just know, because I've made these before, what the consistency should be like. So I will make it, and then you can see the consistency, and then try and make it for yourself. So we got some plain flour in there. I'm not sure on the exact measurement. Next step, we've got one egg that's already cracked, so I'm not going to use that one. Crack an egg, whole egg, 1, 2, there we go. Then now I'm using fat-free Greek yogurt. You can use full-fat yogurt if you like, but my fats are quite low in my macros. So, because there's already a lot of fat in this mix already, I'm going to use fat-free Greek yogurt. This Greek yogurt basically just helps with the consistency, helps it to be nice and smooth. I would say 3 spoons. Good thing about making pancakes is you can taste along the way, but the bad thing is it gets a bit messy. Now, next step, bicarb. You only need a little bit of this, because if you use too much, the pancakes are going to be the size of the house before you know it. So, where's my teaspoon? So just, I don't know, literally half a teaspoon. Drop it in. And also, if you use too much bicarb, what I've noticed in the past is your pancakes taste quite acidic, which isn't ideal. So, also, I've got 2 jobs at the minute, which is trying to stop this little person getting in the cupboards, as well as trying to make pancakes. So, you'll have to excuse me. Right. This isn't a tip, but this is your choice as well. You can also make pancakes with shoes or without shoes, like me. So, sometimes you can spice things up, you can vary things, you can use shoes, you can use socks, you can use sandals, sometimes you can even cook pancakes barefoot, but you just see what the consistency is like now. So, if you notice the flour starting to stick to the edge, just get your clean spoon, scrape it in, give it a mix. Then mix again. So, if I show you this a second, now for me, I can tell that that's a little bit too thin. So, I guess these type of pancakes would be like, fairly medium-sized Scotch pancakes. So they're not really thin, but they're fairly thick. So I'm trying to aim for that sort of consistency today. So it needs to be a little bit thicker than this. So, I'm gonna add one more egg. bit more flour. Right. That there is the type of consistency you're looking for. So it should come a little bit slower off the spoon. Another thing I will say that I didn't mention before is the egg, and if you're going to use milk, those things are classed as liquids, so they will actually thin out your pancake more. So when I said that I wanted to make my pancake thicker before, and you saw me add an egg first, I was just doing that for more protein in the pancake mix. So the key ingredient, if you want to make your pancakes more thick, is going to be the flour. So just add a bit more flour, give it another mix until it's at that consistency for this type of pancake. Now, I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. Do you want to come a bit closer onto this? Then, I'm going to get tissue, spread out evenly. Then to get those nice golden pancakes, a little bit of butter. Listen to that sizzle. I'm actually going to turn the heat down a little bit lower than that. You don't really want, too much oily residue in there. You want it, because again, if you're going to be cooking the pancakes evenly, you want the base that you're cooking off to be even as well. Okay, put the mix in. At the end of the day, it's personal preference how big you want your pancakes to be, but I would say, this is probably a general size that people like. So, yeah, hopefully we can flip it. See now, if you come a bit closer, see where it's starting to brown around the edge. And you see these little bubbles coming through. That is actually the bicarb of soda that's helping that to raise. So slowly, slowly, catch a monkey. Look at this. Now that is the type of colour we're looking for. Flip time. Is this gonna work? Come on, come on. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Another thing that you should do as well is, probably once you've made one pancake or two pancakes, the pan will start to dry out, so just keep on top of it. So every now and again, add a little bit more butter or oil to the pan. we all know that, you know, lubing is very important. There she is. Come on. Come on, Mum, make this a good flip first time.
Quite happy.
Number 1 pancake flipper. Oh! Look what you've done.
Sorry, everybody.
That's terrible. Apologise. Apologise. Terrible.
I think I wouldn't either.
That right there is the standard that you need to meet. Now, this is the end result. But some people can add what they like to the pancakes, but personally, we're gonna add this. Now, we tried melting the Nutella, but it didn't work. But that's no problem, because it only goes down one way. Check it out. Ooh. Ooh. Ho, ho, yes. Be generous with your dollops. Do you want honey or syrup?
Syrup.
Just syrup, or you don't want a bit of honey as well?
No honey.
Just syrup. Okay.
No honey.
So, because I'm a team player, I don't mind having a bit of syrup. Oh, yes, it's sexual. Now they are damn good pancakes, if I do say so myself. Let's give it a try. Oh, look at the layering on that. Look at the drip from that Nutella. Quite a lot, actually.
Are they good?
Oh.
And Nutella all over your mouth.
Okay. Okay. I'm not fake. So.
Yum, yum, yum.
Look at that, Rob.
Are you happy?
Yeah. I might need like, I don't know, I might need a Gaviscon or something because I ate too much. I'm glad you're helping me to eat it, but filling, satisfying, mesmerizing. That wasn't a word, but that was just a sound from good pancakes. Hopefully no one takes offense. Now just going back to the workout I did earlier today, which was legs, as you saw. Hopefully you took something away from it, whether it be muscle technique, exercise technique, or maybe it's a new workout that you could try, something different that you might not be used to. Now, if you're a beginner, you would get away with doing this workout for a few weeks on the run, a few months, and you will see some good muscle gain. Even if you're intermediate and advanced, it's a good workout to try
it could target different areas of the quads or the hamstrings that you've never felt before. You might see a bit of a difference. However, one thing I will say is, if you follow a generalized program or something which has, a one-size-fits-all workout that is incorporated in a particular type of program, for example, legs, push, pull, or you could maybe, if you're training 5 times a week, you might have legs, push, pull, and then you might have upper, lower, or you could just have a bro split, which is basically training chest Monday, legs Tuesday, back Wednesday, training each muscle group once per week. Now, that is fine, and you will see some pretty good overall muscle gain and have a pretty good physique, aesthetic looking, not much body fat, and, following a generalized program with, one size fits all workouts is absolutely fine to gain a good physique to begin with, and if you're happy with doing that for a particular amount of time, fantastic. But that being said, there will be a point when you might want to take your physique to the next level, which means you might want to work on particular weak areas. For example, shoulders, a weak area of mine, I think are my traps and maybe my rear delts. So if I'm just following a specific workout for shoulders, then that particular workout for shoulders might be great in building shoulders overall to start with. But if those workouts are just, military press, lat raises, and then some shrugs, and I'm doing that all the time, I'm never really targeting my rear delts. Even my own leg workout that I did today, if your specific weak area is, glutes and the outer sweep of the quadricep, then, maybe in time you might want to incorporate more exercises, maybe into the same workout that I showed today, but is specific for you. So the point I'm trying to make is, don't just follow a specific workout, specific program if you want to work on your weak points. And if you do, then you need to learn how to put your own exercises that will focus on those weak points into the specific programs themselves. For example, at the minute, I'm training 6 times a week and I'm doing a split of legs, push, pull. So at the start of the week, 3 times a week, legs, push, pull. That will be more heavy lifting, focusing on strength. Then I'll have a rest day. And then the other 3 days of the week, that will be more hypertrophy, high volume, higher reps. But on the pull day, when I'm working on back and biceps, I'm not only heavy lifting, focusing on strength. Then I'll have a rest day. And then the other 3 days of the week, that will be more hypertrophy, high volume, higher reps. But on the pull day, when I'm working on back and biceps, I'm not only, working on back and biceps, I've actually written down my weak points, which for me in my back is my lower lats. So guess what? In my back workouts, I am mainly going to focus on my lower lats. And again, like I said, if you want to take your physique to the next level in the end, then that's what you should learn how to do. I will put a link in the description of this video. It's called Programming for Hypertrophy, and that will tell you how you can do that yourself. Hopefully that helped. Let's crack on with the rest of the video.
Right guys, that is the end of today's video. I am very happy with today's one because I've been dying to get some gym footage into one of these vlogs for a while now. Finally it's happened because I've got a gym partner. Hopefully I'll be able to do more of these vlogs frequently, because I know I did say that that was what's going to happen. It will from now on, honestly. And thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. And don't forget to do the usual thing, like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all soon. Cheers.